It is Brittany. I'm here again with you for Ask the Dietitian. So I'm excited. I'm doing this because let me tell you, I get a lot of people asking me questions once they feel like I am a registered dietitian, or they know I'm a registered dietitian. They feel like I can answer their questions. And so I wanted to create a safe space for you to ask your questions and to get answers and know that it is credible information. So look, I am excited. Today, we are jumping into a question that I get all the time, okay? Men, women, all kinds of people are asking me this question all the time. And the big thing is, are you ready? I think a lot of people suffer with it. Okay, so have you ever gone through your full day? You wake up, you're energetic, you're ready to go. Boom, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. And then midday, you're like, all right, I'm good. You eat lunch. Okay, things are going good. And then something happens around 2 or 3 o'clock. And you're like, ooh, my energy is on the low. Okay, it is dropping. What is happening? How can I manage this? Why does this happen to me all the time? So today I want to talk to you about why it happens, what's going on with you, what you could be doing wrong, and what you need to do better, so that way you can overcome this afternoon low and this low energy dip that is happening. Okay, are you ready? If you're ready, say I'm ready in the comments and let's jump in. Okay, so the thing is, a lot of times, you have to remember when you are experiencing low energy, your body is telling you something. You're going to hear me say this over and over again whenever we talk, probably, that your body is always talking. Your body is always talking. And so the thing is, are you listening? Are you listening to what your body is saying? And so the thing is, we want to listen to that. So if your body is telling you around 2, 3 o'clock that you're getting tired, you're getting sleepy, there's no energy, remember what gives you energy. There's a couple of things. First thing you want to remember is that you might have gone through lunch, because think about it, if you ate lunch at like 2 or 3, all right, at like 12 or 11, you could be eating a lunch that's way too high in carbs or really out of balance. And so with that, you're going to find that, oh shoot, my numbers are a little funky. Things are a little off, doesn't really look so good. Okay, so if you were to test your blood sugar, you'd probably see that. If you are diabetic or even non-diabetic, you probably see numbers are good and then they either go really up high because you're having too many carbs, or it could be that you're not having any carbs and your energy goes low. And so you don't have anything fueling you for your afternoon. Okay. So the thing is, you want to think, okay, as we're doing this, you want to make sure that you're having a balanced lunch. The balanced lunch is going to be the basis of your afternoon. You always want to think you're feeding what's coming next. So as you're feeding what's coming next, you want to make sure that you're eating a good, healthy meal with great food, not too many carbs, not too much, but enough, because carbs are your energy source, and you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to do any processed food either if you possibly can, okay? Stay away from the processed food, because all that stuff, it just files through your system really, really quickly. You'll get an energy spike, and then you'll get an energy dump, and then you will feel like crap, okay? So you want to think, okay, am I having good food at lunch? That's number one. Not too high in carbs, not too low in carbs. And then you want to think, what's happening with your snacking, okay? Matter of fact, let's go back even before that. Did you have lunch? Did you have lunch? All right, because a lot of times what will happen is you'll go through your day. You ever been doing this before? If this is you, or this has ever been you, say it's me, say it in the comments. But you're typing and typing away and you're like, okay, all right, it is time for me to have lunch, but I got one more email to do. I got another project to finish. I got a couple more calls to make. I need to finish this project. Okay, and so you work through your lunch. Okay, so I want to encourage you, stop working through. Start remembering, you need to take a pause, take a stop, pull it back for a second and say, okay, now what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So I want to encourage you, hold on, take a break, do what you need to do so you can take that pause that you need, get your meal in, and so you can fuel your afternoon, because you're probably just running out of gas. All right. So with that, you want to think about, is it too much food, not enough food, or too much carbs, not enough carbs, no carbs at all, or no food at all? What's going on? Food is fuel. So you're fueling the rest of your day, your afternoon. All right. Other things you want to think about too is you want to think about your sleep habits. Okay. If you are sleepy, it might mean that you are not getting enough sleep at another time. Our circadian rhythm hits, and that's a 24-hour sleep and wake cycle. And so with that, you're going to have certain times where your body's naturally going to feel a bit tired. Okay. Especially if you keep a pretty regular routine. And one of those times can be mid-afternoon. And so you want to be aware of that. And then you want to kind of kick that in its butt and say, okay, what do I need? I need to get up at a certain time, right before I feel that kind of energy low kind of coming in. It might be a good idea to get up Go outside, get some sun on your skin, get some vitamin D therapy, and take a walk, take some sun in. What that does is it disrupts that sleep-wake system, and it says, hey, let's flood your body with sunlight, letting you know it's daytime, it's time for you to be awake, and it gives you some energy and kind of energizes you, okay? So you want to think about that. Also, you want to think, all right, back to this sleep thing. All right, what's going on with my sleep? Am I sleeping enough? Are you? So when you say, are you sleeping enough? You want to think, am I sleeping enough? Meaning, am I getting enough good quality sleep? A lot of people are like, yeah, I sleep. I'm in the bed for a certain amount of time. But are you getting good quality sleep? Do you wake up and you feel energized and ready to go? What's going on with your sleep? You want to get at least, I'm going to give you this tip. You want to get at least 6, at the very least, y'all, at least 6 consistent consecutive hours of sleep nightly. Okay. All right. So we don't want that lagging around. We want to make sure we're getting enough sleep. All right. And if you can get longer sleeps, closer to 7 to 9 hours, that would be monumental. You'll find that it'll change the game for you. If you've ever been on vacation before and and you can sleep endlessly, generally you'll sleep a certain amount of time and then you'll wake up, your eyes will pop open and you will feel energized and ready to go for the day. You want that kind of pop out of the bed, excited energy when you wake up. Got it? Okay. So other things you want to think about, like fatigue can feel like really draining. Also too, when you're not drinking enough water. That afternoon lull can come also too when you're not drinking enough water. This can make you feel hungry. So you might be walking around the office trying to snack and do the scavenger hunt for who's got a little something for me to have, whether it's a piece of candy or a little granola bar or whatever you got in your secret stash drawer, okay, in your desk. Okay, so you might be starting to grab for snacks around that time because ultimately, a lot of times dehydration can feel like hunger. All right. So that thirst can actually feel like hunger. And we oftentimes mess it up or misconstrue it for something else. So you want to be aware of that, making sure you're drinking enough water. Great way to know if you're drinking enough water. 2 things. Are you thirsty? A lot of people are ignoring their thirst mechanism, ignoring their need for thirst because you're thinking, if I drink more, I'm going to have to use the bathroom. Drink your water. Okay. It's a necessary, needed break you probably need just to go take a walk to the bathroom, take a little 30 seconds for yourself and come on back. Okay. Also too, you want to think, all right, so I'm looking in the toilet. Is the toilet water coming out pretty clear? Is the urine coming out pretty clear? You want it as clear as possible to the way it went in. That's a great way to know that you're flushing your system out, getting all the toxins and the gunk and the junk out and stuff. So thirst, are you really thirsty? And is your urine coming out clear? You want it as clear as possible. That lets you know you're drinking enough. All right. So things that I want you to remember, if you are having the afternoon lull, number 1, shake it off by getting up, going and doing some movement. Okay. So get outside, get some sun on your skin, get some pep in your step, and let's go. All right. Then I need you to eat it up. I need you to make sure that you're having a good, well-balanced meal with enough carbs, not too many, not too little, with not too many processed foods, but really having the right things that you need. And then especially for my menopausal women, look, you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein as well, okay? A lot of times when we don't have enough protein and enough vegetables, what happens is we overcarb it and that becomes a problem. Lastly, you want to sip it up, all right? Sip it up. So you want to make sure that you are drinking enough water, all right, throughout the day to make sure that you're good. And then lastly, you want to sleep it off. So you want to make sure that you're going to bed at a good time, waking up at a good time, and getting that cohesive, consistent sleep. So that way your sleep signals are doing the right thing and telling you when to go to sleep at the right time because you are satisfied with your sleep. So shake it off, eat it up, sip it up, and sleep it off. Okay, so these are the things that I want you to remember as you walk into your afternoon. Hopefully you'll be able to use that this afternoon as a getting started mechanism. All right, go ahead, try one of these this afternoon. Which one are you going to try? Let me know in the comments. I want to know, what are you going to try this afternoon? I encourage you to try them all so that way we can make sure that you are getting healthier for not just the short run, but the long run. Okay, so I'm about to get off here, but I just want to give you an opportunity just in case you feel like, okay, I want a little bit more information. I want to work more with you. I want to make sure that I'm getting more personalized info. If you want to feel more comfortable in your body, confident in your body with your clothes on and off, you want to go to your doctor and have great labs, you want to make sure that you are in control of the food that you're putting in your body and you have more insight on that and you're confident about doing that, I want to help you out. So I want you to go to Get 180 Well. get 180 well. So that way you can go ahead and you can make sure that you are making some time to see the transformations that a lot of my clients have had, all right? But then also too, their testimonial stories. And then also too, you want to go through and you want to schedule your appointment. Schedule a free appointment with me. It's a discovery call where you and I can talk about what you need and how I can serve you. So that way you can get to the best health of your life for the rest of your life. So menopausal women, if you are in the menopausal cycle, you're starting menopause, premenopause, perimenopause, and then you're going through menopause or you're postmenopausal, you're like, I'm in this spectrum, I've got a chronic condition, I am here for you. Let me know how I can help, and I hope to talk to y'all soon. So look, as for right now, we are done with Ask the Dietitian. But if you have other questions, go ahead, message me, inbox me, put them in the comments. I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions as they come to you. All right, so that way, keep listening in. So that way, you hear your question and you get an answer to it, or you get an answer to somebody else's question that you didn't even know you had, but it helps you out. I'll talk to you later. Have an amazing weekend, and thank you for tuning in for Ask the Dietitian with Brittany Payton. Bye, y'all.